My name is Camila D'Souza and I started at Hudson in JK. I think the school has been like a second home because I grew up here and I went through a lot of like different stages here. It's kind of like a family. As a student, Hudson prepared me academically. They've always challenged me. They've given me the resources that I've needed to succeed, and they've like pushed me past boundaries that I set for myself. And it really helped me grow academically, but it also helped me grow as a person and as an individual because Hudson gave me opportunities to practice things like public speaking, which is something I'm going to hopefully use in my future job. And they helped me overcome fears and be confident in myself. Hudson has had like so many different opportunities and clubs for us to figure out like what we're interested in. Probably speaking and presenting was the course that helped me understand that I really like to public speak. I was not necessarily a top student always, especially in lower school, and that was always very hard on me, and I always strived to do better. And my parents were always like a big support for me in that. And I feel like where I am now, the achievement of going to the university that I'm going to and the grades that I have worked really hard towards, being able to achieve that with peer support, teacher support, staff support, and my parents' support is something that I'm really proud of. I will be attending U of T for social sciences and then go on to law school, potentially also at U of T. And hopefully I'm going to go into corporate law and work at a firm.
When you have teachers that seem to have a very genuine interest in your evolution as a student, who you are as a student, what your goals might be, and teach you in a specific way that caters to your weaknesses, I think it makes the process a whole lot easier. And they definitely give all of the tools you could possibly need to become the better student that you want to be, to achieve your goals. My name is Yorgos Tsoulouchas, and I've been in Hudson since grade 7. The general sense of community and openness and acceptance in Hudson has definitely been something that I've enjoyed so much. Every single student here is really, welcoming and radiant. Being able to move out of my comfort zone and being able to try new things, Hudson has totally evolved me. I thought it was very good in teaching STEM programs, and I'm always a student that has excelled in STEM. I'm going to be going to make a master for mechanical engineering. Being able to communicate is something that is very, very pivotal and very underrated when you go into engineering. Collaboration is the most important thing. Every single student at Hudson is capable of opening their heart and making a tremendous amount of consideration for others, and it's led me to do the same. It's led me to be incredibly considerate to others, carry an open mind with me, and if you're in an environment where every single person has that compassion, has that communication, has that being able to work with others, is very inspiring and has led me to, I hope, embody the same mentality. University, I think, apart from the academics, is very big on connections, and making those connections is something that I'm very, very excited for. I think in the class of 2024, there's a lot of young faces with a lot of dreams and a lot of wishes to fulfill, and they certainly have the means to do it as well.
Coming to Hudson definitely changed my life a lot for the better. I don't think I was experiencing the full potential of my education in past years. My name is Julia Pell. This is my second year at Hudson, and I started here in grade 11. I remember the first math class at Hudson. It was grade 11 functions, and we had the grade 10 review, and I did not know any of it. I felt so behind. And one of the teachers, he sat with me every day after class during his prep and my study period, and he helped me, he taught me everything. Writing classes, I've done more creative things because I enjoy adding creativity to my projects, and that's very encouraged by a lot of my teachers. Hudson's taught me a lot in 2 years. I've kind of known my whole life that I want to go into helping people and I want to pursue a career in some type of therapy. I found out that the aftercare program was hiring people. I decided to apply for that position, and every day after school I would go in and I would help and I would make friendships with these younger kids, and they are so awesome. And I was just able to really see, like, I enjoy working with kids, I'm good at it, I have close relationships with a bunch of them, I babysit, and it kind of just pushed me towards wanting to fulfill a career in child psychology. When I came to Hudson, I realized nobody's the same here. Like, even though we all wear uniforms, people still express themselves in other ways. Then I found that I was becoming more confident. Having a closer relationship with the teachers has definitely made me feel more confident in my academics because I know someone's on my side. The new confidence with learning I'm definitely going to take to university with me next year. I'm also just being open-minded to new people, new experiences. I'm taking a Bachelor of Applied Sciences at the University of Guelph with a major in child studies. The long-term goal is to open up my own private practice and help kids who are struggling with mental health. I think with the tools that I've learned from being here, I'll be able to combat any challenges that come my way.
My name is Angelo Catania, and I started at Hudson in grade 8. I've always been a really hands-on learner, and coming to this school has taught me to learn both sides of the story and be able to be a more well-rounded person and a student in general. When I started as a student in Hudson, I was kind of underdeveloped academically.
It's just constant loss.
A lot of people in the school are like very motivated to do more things that other people at other schools might not be. And I think like even my grandparents were telling me like, you know, a lot of friends that are going to become doctors and lawyers one day, and that's good to have those connections and have those friends in your life. I'm not the best student in the world. However, I do think that my attitude towards finishing homework on my own and being more independent with my learning has certainly developed as I've come into the school. Like before I came to the school, I never did my homework unless somebody told me to. I was just kind of like in class, like not really listening, but coming to the school, I've become a better student in general. One thing I've discovered about myself is my passion in life. When I came to this school, I started to kind of think about being a more academic person because I was forced into such an academic situation. And that kind of got like my mind going around like, oh, in the future I want to be a doctor, or I want to be a lawyer, or like I just want to do something that's like good for my academics. But going to this school with the motto, be yourself, be anything, I think that it's really taught me to be able to express my own love for what I do, and that's really got me into the business of construction, which is really what I love. Next year I am going to school for construction management, so this school has definitely influenced my future.
They hold us to a higher standard here. Not only are we accountable for the work we submit, but we are accountable for our actions. So it's on us to ask for help, to ask for the extension, to ask for feedback when we need it. So if we don't, then again, we are held responsible for that. My name is Juliet Shannon. I've been at Hudson for 6 years, since 7th grade. I definitely found English challenging. I was looking back at my old work and it's just awful. It's so rough, mainly because I just wasn't reading books. When I came here, I read a lot as a kid. I got a lot read to me, and then I kind of lost that habit during elementary school. And then coming here, they force you to read on your own time, as well as reading the class books. So I picked up the habit again, and I love reading books now. Being here and being in the community with the teachers, I've gained a lot of self-respect as well as a lot of confidence. Being confident in my writing, in the work that I'm producing, even in like my math skills, I gain a lot of confidence outside of an academic setting. I have loved Justice League so much. It really reflects my internal politics, it really reflects what I stand for. And so past high school, it's really something that I want to do. I would like to use, if I get it, my law degree and my political science degree to uplift minority communities. I definitely feel more prepared, specifically for university. Beyond that, I feel prepared for adulthood. We started in the middle of a pandemic, which wasn't great. I know a lot of us feel that we had a lot of our teenage years stripped away from us, but I also am really happy to be graduating amongst the people that I am graduating with.
I've changed completely as a person. Nowadays, I can barely recognize myself, not only in photos, but even in the way I speak, in the way I engage in it with other people in relationships. My name is Samuel Tagieff. I started at Hudson in grade 7. They've allowed me to be myself, and they've allowed me to change in ways in which they don't baby me through any process, but rather allow me to explore different areas and sort of evolve into the person I am today. The relationships I have with people by far is what I'm most proud of. Relationships with not only other students but with teachers is preparing me for post-secondary education, getting to know professors and TAs, as well as just my own life. My personal relationships with even my family now is far stronger. The change I've experienced in the last 4 years, being now far more social, far more sort of hardworking, I think, I was shocked at. Now I've realized that I've been fostered in a way where I've learned how to do hard work. I've learned how to be disciplined. I came in as a very poor math student, helped besides teachers, just with other students who were great at math. Fostering relationships with them allowed me to become somebody who I consider now as quite the mathematician. So these things that, the student body and their helpfulness is a huge factor. Next year I'm attending Western. I'm not completely sure about my undergrad, but for years 3 and 4 I'll be attending the Ivy Business School. Going from there, I'm hoping to get into a career in investment banking. I think more so than any group I've ever been in, whether it be even outside of school and sports, we are people who, when we want something, we do our best to get them and we don't let anything stop us. The majority of my friends, the vast majority of them, have gotten into the schools that they've wanted to go into and made the teams they've wanted to make, have created the clubs they've wanted to create, have played, organized things that they wanted to organize. And I think that goes for essentially each and every one of the graduating class of 2024, which is something I think is quite remarkable.